Hey YouTube, welcome back. Today I'm going to walk you through 5 habits that are going to help you transform your body. Whether you're looking to drop body fat, add muscle mass, or just significantly improve your health, these 5 habits are going to help massively. These are 5 habits I use. They're 5 habits that I came across from other people using them because they're so successful, because they help so much. So I thought I'd share them with you guys so you can use them to help get the results that you're after. Now, these 5 habits do focus around mindset and your emotional response. That's because whatever your health and fitness goal is, those goals are determined by your mindset and your emotional response. And those 2 areas are something a lot of people don't delve into and consider and don't take action on. These 5 habits are going to help you take action on them so then you can get the results that you need. So don't skip past this video because it's not about training or not about nutrition or whatnot, because these things are just as important, if not more so. Do like the video, find it helpful, please do drop a like. If you have any questions throughout this, throw them down below in the comments, I'll get back to you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you can keep up to date with future videos to help you and your goal. Okay, number 1 is reframing. Okay, but in particular, questioning negative self-talk. So reframing is the idea of basically changing your initial thought processes and then reordering them or just changing them completely to something that is going to be more beneficial for you. It's normal to have thoughts that are going to be negative, okay? Whether that's always thinking about issues, problems, whether that's talking yourself down, whether that's beating yourself up, whatever it might be. Everyone is always going to have those thoughts, okay? No one is 100% positive all the time. No one never has these negative thoughts. People always do. However, how you can reframe those thoughts is an important skill. So you have to get good at challenging these thought processes to try and change them into more positive ones. For example, if you're telling yourself you can't do something, rather than telling yourself you can't do something, you can reframe it to something like, I'm struggling with this now, but I'm learning it and I will get better and it will become easier. Or if you've got negative self-body image and you're saying you don't like the way you look, you can flip that on its head and you can say, I'm uncomfortable with how this looks now. However, I have the ability and the belief that I can change this to something that I'm going to be much more comfortable with. Number 2, taking action that isn't perfect is better than waiting for a time when we think we can take action that is going to be perfect. Understand this right now. There is not going to be a better time for you to start or take action on your goal. And the reason for that is because of a reason I'm going to come on to at number 5, so we'll get there. But simply put, taking action, even if that action isn't perfect, is so much better than simply waiting to take action, because you're at least doing something. And doing something is better than doing nothing. Consistency is key to seeing results, okay? So even if you're taking action and it maybe isn't the most consistent thing in the world, like 100%, even if it's only 60, 70, you're actually being consistent with taking action than waiting and doing nothing and being inconsistent. So stop waiting for the right time. Doing something is better than doing nothing, even if doing that something isn't 100% perfect. Okay? Perfection is a lie anyway, so just get on with it, take action. Number 3, how you start your day will predict the rest of the day. You want to start your day in a way that is going to set you up. Okay? These can be little habits that you can create over time. Okay, but how you start your day is going to set up the rest of the day. So if you're productive in the morning, typically that is going to allow you to be productive for the rest of the day. So some examples of what you can do. When you get up, 1, make your bed. Sounds simple, but it's effective. 2, get up early enough to maybe go out and get some steps in early in the day. Get those steps up. You're going to feel better about already working on the target that you've got, and you're going to be good to go for the rest of the day. You could even try and switch your training to training in the morning. Yes, initially when you change your routine, might be a hassle. But if you start training in the morning, get your sessions done in the morning, you'll probably be surprised at how better that makes you feel in the rest of the day. Even taking cold showers. Okay, you might not want to do this, but this is just an example. This is something that I personally do at the minute. Taking cold showers helps with that mental challenge immediately once you've woken up. Okay, you don't want to do it, but doing something that you don't want to do really helps the rest of the day flow a lot easier. Number 4, and this one is big, responding, not reacting to scenarios. Now this is a big one. This is the emotional response. Okay, what a lot of people will do is they will react emotionally. Okay, and when we do that, we react in a way that we're not really taking into consideration what we're doing and how that's then going to impact things later down the line. So normally when we react emotionally, we're reacting out of anger, out of sadness, and the actions that then follow normally aren't very beneficial for, let's say, other things that are going on. So a classic example of this is, again, let's say something happens in the day that doesn't allow you to go to the gym and get your session in. It's wound you up, it's made you angry. The emotional response for a lot of people, or reaction, might be, fuck it, the day's ruined. They go home and they overconsume food. They don't bother going to get their steps in because they're annoyed and they think the day's ruined. That's an emotional reaction. That doesn't help our goal. Instead, we want to respond. Okay, we want to make good, sound decisions. So we have to try and sit on our emotions, let them pass, and then respond. So again, in that scenario, it would be, okay, we can't go to the gym today. That is what it is. The rest of the day, we can still make sure that our nutrition is here. We can still make sure that our steps are here. We might even go out and get more steps in and maybe compensate a little bit for the session that we missed. The better you can be at controlling your emotions, slowing down, and then making good, sound decisions, the easier you're going to find your goal. And then lastly, control what you can and forget about the rest. This is another big one. Too many people get wound up by the things they can't control. Okay, this is similarly going into emotional reacting rather than responding. Okay, if something happens that you can't control, what is the point of getting wound up about it? Because you can't control it. There's nothing you can do that is going to help a situation that you can't control because you have zero control over it. So why are you getting wound up and reacting emotionally over it? Now, we're not robots, okay? So this is going to happen from time to time, yeah? It's natural, it's human nature. However, we want to try our best to get used to and learn to respond rather than react. So these things that we can't control, let's try and not react to them and instead respond as best we can. But let's put a lot less focus on the things we can't control. Instead, let's put so much more focus on the things that we can control, okay? Because you're going to be able to control more than you think, and you're definitely going to be able to control more than you can't control. So if all of our focus and efforts are on what we can control, that is going to lead to much more consistency. Consistency leads to results. So focus on what you can control and control what you can. Forget about the rest. So there you have it, 5 big habits that are going to help you transform your body. If you did find this video helpful, please drop a like. Like I said, if you had any questions throughout, throw them down in the comments now. I'll get back to you. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.